So I've been having a conversation with, and I will not mention his name because I don't know how much he wants anyone to know about him, but we did have a guy who wanted to be our UberDwarf in the Kickstarter, and he sent us some pictures of himself, and here was the thing. He sent us these pictures, and he's like, I want to be made to look like a dwarf. And I'm going to show one of these pictures. I don't know if I'm supposed to show these or not, but let me show one of them. This guy already looks like a goddamn dwarf, right? He sent us this picture. He's like, can you make me look like a dwarf? And I'm like, yeah, I think we can do that. I think making you look like a dwarf is totally a thing our artists can do. This should not be incredibly challenging. And he had some requests of what he wanted when we made him into a dwarf. And he wanted, I guess he is really into blacksmithing. And he was like, I want a dwarf blacksmith. And I realized we don't actually have a dwarven blacksmith. Which I was like, that's kind of weird. You would think that a dwarven blacksmith is the sort of thing that we might have included in our dwarf heroes, but we didn't. So I was like, hell yeah, we can make you a dwarven blacksmith. So this is our artist, Edwin. This was the first cut of. Here, wait. I'll put the reference art up so we can compare and contrast. Right. So this is the guy that wanted to be a dwarf. This is him as a dwarf. I think it's coming along pretty well. We talked to him. We got some more feedback from him about how much dwarf he wanted to be and what we could do, and we got a second version to him. I will share with you. This is version 2 of the dwarven UberDwarf art. So I'm thinking it's coming along pretty well. It looks like the dude. Looks like a dwarf. Feeling pretty good. And then he said that he wanted to he thinks dwarves need braids. And I thought, you know what? I think dwarves could have braids. That's a doable thing. So we went back to the artist and we said, let's braid him up. And so this is a dwarf with some kick-ass braids in his beard. So this is where our dwarf is now. He's not totally done, but he's more or less done. I think we're going to polish him up and make him look a little bit better. But this will be a hero in the Dwarven Stoneborn expansion pack. I think he's looking pretty good. I'm pretty pleased. Hey Pies, are you gonna stream today? Because I'm gonna close this down and throw the audience over to you if you're streaming. So anyway, that's how we're coming along with our UberDwarf. I'm pretty pleased. Wait, I need to. Can I? Let me see. Layout. I want to flip this. All right, there we go. I think the. Wait, I gotta put that in the front. Layout. Wait, no. The way I put it in the front is I put it. The thing is, it's a good piece of software, but the software is only as good as the guy who's using it. I think this is pretty good, actually. I mean, you put face to face. I think you wanted to be in the game. I think we've done our job. I think you are in the game, young man. Although I think we could go a little redder with his beard. We could maybe go a little redder with his hair and his beard. He's a little bit more redheaded. So yeah, that's the UberDwarf. So I'm pretty pleased with that as a bit of progress. Let me delete all that stuff off my screens. Yeah, so that's where we are. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm gonna turn this off and hand this over to the next Callasian streamer. Let's keep the drama low this time, Pies. You and I have talked.